Hello everyone, let's talk about sleep disturbances in our children, commonly including nightmares, night terrors, and sleepwalking. So let's start off with nightmares. They are basically dreams that are scary and cause fear. Now, they occur during the REM cycle of sleep, where our brain is the most active, so we have vivid images. Even though we don't know what causes nightmares, we do understand that dreams in general are our way of processing our thoughts and feelings from the day. And also, the peak prevalence of nightmares do occur during preschool years, and that is when fears are setting in. So knowing that, the triggers are life changes such as moving, or trauma like accidents, and even the active imagination when reading or watching a scary video. So even though there's no treatment for it, we do understand there are preventative things we can do. And all of those entail being around good sleep hygiene. So first, making sure we have a consistent, calm nighttime routine with a set bedtime. We also want to make sure that there are no screens around the bedtime hour, no caffeine in the second half of the day. And then the other things we can do is offer a security item for our child, have a soft night light to help them. And then if your child does wake up with a nightmare, approach them in a calm way, letting them know it was just a nightmare, that it was not real, but also ensuring them that lots of people have nightmares and lots of people get scared. And the next thing to do is use a magical story. That always helps with children. Make up a magical story that ensures them that the scary thoughts or the monsters will go away, and that allows them to fall back asleep. The next day, make sure to talk about it if your child would like to go through what they were thinking. Now, luckily, nightmares are self-resolving and infrequent, but if they are happening frequently where it is affecting the child's sleep or their behavior, please talk to your doctor to consider therapy. Okay, so now let's talk about night terrors. Those usually occur during the non-REM sleep, and so it usually occurs within 2 to 3 hours after falling asleep. The theory is that there's some kind of overreaction of the nervous system when a child is going from one phase of sleep to the other, and they become frightened and agitated. Night terrors are usually characterized as the child crying or screaming or even thrashing around and sweating. It lasts a few minutes to 30 minutes, and it usually resolves on its own. However distressing it is for us parents to watch our child go through that, we want to try to let them stop on their own, of course ensuring that they are safe. Typically, they will calm down on their own, but if we do wake them up, then they're going to be more confused, more agitated, and then it takes longer for them to fall back asleep. Ensuring that they do get good sleep hygiene is the most important as a preventative task. Now, if you see that these night terrors are pretty consistent, occurring around the same time every night, then we can use the scheduled wake-up method, which entails waking them up between 15 to 20 minutes prior to the night terror occurring, and it breaks the cycle. Again, these are self-resolving. They have no psychological implications on the child, and so we just do supportive care. Okay, so now let's talk about sleepwalking. That also occurs during non-REM cycle and usually within 2 to 3 hours of falling asleep. It's usually characterized by various movements. It could be as simple as sitting up in the bed and moving around the blankets, to walking, to talking, to even participating in activities as like going to the bathroom or going outside for a walk. So sleepwalking itself is not harmful, but the children can harm themselves in the process of sleepwalking. So we need to follow some safety tips. Number one, do not try to wake them up. Even if their eyes are open, they don't see you. And if we do wake them up, they'll be more scared. And so we just want to gently lead them back to their bed. Number 2, ensure that all breakable objects, dangerous objects, sharp objects are not in their bedroom or in their path of where they normally are walking. Number 3, making sure that their bedroom floor and their pathway is clear of obstacles so they don't trip and fall. Next, making sure that there are locks on the exterior doors and windows. And then also considering safety locks on interior doors or cabinets to make sure that they don't get into anything dangerous. And then also putting up safety gates if you have stairs or if you have some step down areas. And lastly, in our driving age kids, you may even want to put the car keys away so they can't get their hands on them while they're sleeping. These sleep disturbances are infrequent and will resolve, and the key to it is prevention with good sleep hygiene, avoiding overtiredness, and providing supportive care. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.